Alright, hello YouTube. I really don't know what to call this video. I just sort of decided, hey, I'm bored, I'm gonna record something, so I just set up a little interface on OBS, and I'm just gonna start. So, I'm feeling a bit bored right now, so I'm gonna work on adding a very small feature to prod the production build of Toontown Offline. Um, Let me go open my game window really quick here. So, for a while now, we've had this magic menu because we were adding, many different menus, like a teleport menu, a prop generator menu, the ability to mount your cart, and, we kept using a hotkey for each one, but it just ended up being too many, and if we kept adding more and more and more of these menus, then we'd be out of hotkeys to use. So, we decided to begin condensing down these interfaces into a single hotkey. So, by default, you just press the insert key and it'll open up the magic menu. So you can teleport anywhere, use the prop generator, mount your cart, and there's another button here called Boss Party. Now, this has been out for a few months now, and this has been grayed out the whole time. When you click it, it just says coming soon. Moderators can start a boss party using this magic word. But you can't actually use the button. You can use the magic word, but not the button. So I think it's been like that a bit too long. The reason that we did that in the first place was because I was just not feeling coding that right away, and we wanted to get the update out. So I just said, screw it, I'll gray out the button for now, and I'll add it in at some other point. Well, here we are at some other point, and it's time to code it in. So this video is a sort of an exercise for me, I guess, to add a feature to the game and, kind of explain out loud my thought process, how I'm going about adding a feature to the game. Maybe it can help myself, maybe it'll help you if you're interested in coding for Toontown. So what I normally do when I start out with something is I just picture in my head what exactly it is I want to add. So the whole purpose of this button on the menu is that so you can make a boss party anytime, anywhere without having to use a magic word. Now, what is a boss party? Well, a boss party is, why don't I just show you? So if you're a moderator on a server, all you got to do is type in boss party and then an argument between 0 and 4. And each index specifies a different boss battle. So 0 is VP, 1 CFO, 2 is CJ, 3 is CEO, and 4 is a special one called Courtroom Catastrophe. It's basically a mini game based off of the CJ. So if I want to do the mini game, I would type boss party 4. And what this will do is it will broadcast a notification like this one to every single person on the entire server. There are a few exceptions, so if you're currently in a boss battle or just in a cog battle in general, obviously you can't, accept this. You're too busy doing something else. So this wouldn't pop up if you're going through a tunnel, you're currently in the middle of something. But if you're just standing around, not really doing anything in particular, then this interface will come up, and then you can either accept or deny. If you deny, or if you weren't unable to receive the invitation in the first place, you can rejoin by just using the boss party command with no arguments. So, for example, if you were busy and you missed the invitation, a whisperer will come up and be like, hey, you missed the invitation, but you can still use a magic word if you want to join anyway. So you can use a magic word without arguments. Same thing goes for if you deny. And then pretty much, when when the 60-second timer runs out or when you feel like you're ready, the host can press the go button, and all the tunes who join the boss party will go right to that instance. Pretty easy. So if you're not a server moderator, you can still use the boss party command. What will happen though is it won't pop up the interface directly on your screen like it did there. So again, if I want to go and to say the CFO, boss party 1, it'll pop up the interface. It'll force it on everyone's screen. But if you're using this command and you're not a moderator, we don't really want to force an interface on people, because then, trolls could just take advantage of that, and they could just spam that to force an interface up on your screen over and over and over again, and that's not very nice. But what it will do if you use this command and you're not a moderator is it'll pop up a whisper that says, someone activated a boss party for this boss. If you wish to join, type in the magic word. So it's sort of a light way of starting a boss party. Not as in your face, because we don't want people to troll with it, but it's still, still a decent way of organizing people to do a boss battle. So that's pretty much what the boss party system is, and the functionality that I want to add to this button is when you click this button, you can do it either as a moderator or just a normal user, and it will just say, it'll give you like an option of which boss you want to start a boss party for. And you select the boss and you press OK, and then it would initialize the boss party as normal, sort of like you did it from a command. So another feature I want to add on top of that is the ability to change which boss you're going to on the fly. So if you've already started a boss party, you'll be able to click arrows to go left and right between the different types of bosses that there are. So sort of like these arrows right here on the friends list menu, you can go back and forth to the different tabs. It would sort of be something like that. So that's kind of how I envision it in my mind. So now to begin, I'm gonna probably start with the interface first. I want to make the interface for this. So part of the interface is already here. Of course, you click the boss party button, and then we're gonna want another interface to come up. Now I think we'll be able to reuse the existing boss party manager interface for this. So by that I mean boss party 1. We'll be able to reuse this interface. What we could do is say, instead of this saying disband, this could say cancel. And instead of go now, this could say initialize or start or yes or something like that. And then we could start with a picture of the VP and then have a grayed out arrow to the left, and then you can start by clicking to the right and see all the boss parties. And then at the top here would say start boss party, and then at the bottom it would say ready to start a boss party for, and then it would say the boss at the top. And then it would say probably the maximum amount of tunes you can have in this boss party, because the amount of tunes you can have is different for each one. Of course, the 4 usual bosses you can have 8, but the special Courtroom Catastrophe one you can have 16. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to reuse the existing interface, just change it around a little bit. So now the thing I need to look for is a good left and right arrow. So I kind of want an arrow similar to the one on the friends list, where it's just a triangle and that's it. I mean, we could use another type of arrow, like these. This is a bit of a bubblier arrow, like it's a bit bubbly. It's still a triangle, but not as like rigid as this triangle. I kind of want a rigid triangle like this if it's possible. But I mean, we could use this one if we wanted to. Let me have a look around existing interfaces and see if we can find a good arrow. That's a good quality arrow. I mean, there's a bunch of different arrows. Like, we could use a sticker book arrow where it's the little red icon, but it's kind of small and blurry. Then there's this one, which is pretty sharp and big. Then this one, which I think might be the same thing, just a different hue. And then of course you have these arrows, which are currently grayed out. You have these arrows. Let's have a look for any other arrows. I think that's the friends list arrow. Yep, it is. Okay. There's a bunch of different arrows in the Toontown interface. Let's see if there's any more that we can find. There's just a lot of interface. Look, there's arrows here for the cart customizer. So many different arrows. What about here? Nope, that used this usual one. Let me open my photo album. That uses the friends list arrow. Okay. And then of course on the magic word page, yeah, it reuses the typical arrows. Okay, I'm gonna have a hard time choosing which one I want to use. Let's look at the interface once more. Just see which one would fit well. Honestly, I think the friends list one might have to do. I the whole boss party interface is supposed to be really simplistic. So I think, that those friends arrows are they're reused quite a lot. So I think it would make sense to reuse them here too. Okay, let me disband this. I'm feeling really tired all of a sudden, which, yeah, I'll triumph through that. Alright, so I guess I'll keep the game open for now, even though I'm going to be focusing on the code now. Alright, so time to focus on the code side of things. So I currently have the Boss Party Manager open right here. So how it works is defines lots of the interface at the very top here, and then when the interface opens up for the first time, it'll do different things depending on if you're the hoster or if you're not the hoster. So what I think I want to have happen is when you click that button on the magic menu, it's going to open up this interface. So a trick I like to use to navigate code really fast, because if you have a big code base like Toontown, it can be pretty annoying to navigate code, especially if you've not really memorized the code base yet. I've memorized lots of the code base, but I still like using this tip regardless because it makes navigating really fast. It's kind of common sense technique. So, for example, I want to find out where the code for the magic menu is. All I got to do is press insert, click boss party. Coming soon, moderators can use the boss party magic word. So I can do Control-Shift-F and I can type in coming soon. And then, there's only 8 matches here, so I've narrowed it down pretty good. And this is the bit of text that I just saw when I clicked this. So then I can go and I can search that up and see where that's used. And boom, that's the bit of code where it's used in the magic menu interface. Sweet. Pretty easy. Alright, so this is where I'm going to want to hook it up. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to remove you, magic menu coming soon, because you aren't needed anymore. Alright, so I'm going to just, I'm just going to pass here, add boss party stuff. Okay, so this notice is officially removed. So now, okay. I'm going to have to remind myself on how this interface works. So to do that, I'm going to go see where the boss party command is defined in the magic word index. Because it has been quite a while since I worked with this, so I'm going to have to re-familiarize myself with how this interface even works in the first place, really. I got a ping on Discord. Let me check that really quickly. Okay. Let me go back to here. Alright, so the boss party magic word. Let's see how that works. There's a lot of code behind this. Set state start. Okay, that's when I think it automatically enters the start state. So it'll send a server message which will automatically open it, because the boss party manager, I think, is generated on it's generated in every single zone. So it's a shared distributed object between many zones, so it'll start it. Okay, I'm trying to think here. Is there any way I can reference boss party manager easily on the client? There might not be. What I could do is I could set base.cr.bosspartymanager equals self at the very start here. Let me just make sure that I look at other instances of setting to self. Okay, that's not very good. I think I'll just trust myself here, so I should be able to do base.cr.bosspartymanager equals self. And then I can reference this after it's initially been defined on the client. Should be pretty easy. Okay, so bosspartymanager.self. Let's do a little test of this here then. Let's add a new let's add a new function here. So, where should I add this in this file? Guess it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, let's make it right here for now. What should we call this? Let's just call it start and boss party. Pretty simple. Then we can just let's have a little print just to make sure it works. Starting boss party. I mean, I guess we could do something with the interface here. We could try. Okay, let's try something here. Another thing I'm gonna want to make sure doesn't happen is if you're currently in this menu and you're like planning a boss party, I just gotta make sure that, let's say someone else starts a boss party while you're planning it. I don't want that to mess up the interface. So maybe I should make this a separate state, and if you're currently in the state, then you know nothing else can mess with you. Okay. I guess I should do that then. I honestly forget how this microgame system works. I should go and open it up just to have a look. It's just a normal FSM with off, start, and done. Okay. Off, start, and done. Okay, it's been a while since I've worked with like a FSM and adding states onto an existing FSM, so I will need to familiarize myself with this once more. Okay, that seems fine. I'm trying to think of somewhere else in the game where they add a transition when there's already transitions that exist. Oh man, I'm tired. So you have the start state here. Is that all? Is that the only state that's here? Yeah, damn. Okay then. There's no state transitions here. Okay then. Let me look at other FSMs as an example then. Okay, let's have a look here. I mean, I guess I could just overwrite. Yeah, I guess I could overwrite this. I mean, what's so wrong about that, I guess? I'm gonna put it right here. Let's overwrite the default transitions then. Let's make a new state called planning. So off, start, done. I'm just gonna put this here, planning. And this should be able to pretty much go between off and start. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should be able to go from off to start. Okay. So then I'll change this to start boss party to enter, is it planning or plan? Yeah, it's planning. Okay, planning boss party. Okay, let's look to see what we're doing here. I'm trying to think. I might stop talking for some periods of time while I just think this over really quickly here. What's prompt? That's just the prompt in general. Okay. So I'm just gonna start simple here. Self.prop. Whoa, what the fuck? Yo, okay, that's really annoying. I don't know what the hell I just typed in on my keyboard, but that was really annoying. Okay, I have no idea what hotkey I pressed, and as a result, I don't know how to undo this. Okay, that was a bit of a doozy. It just sort of collapsed everything there. I bet there's someone probably watching this who's like, oh, just press this one hotkey, it'll undo it. Well, I'm too lazy to look up what I did wrong right now, and I've never really done this. I've never really had a reason to. Never really collapsed my code like this, even when I'm working with lots of code. So I'm doing the very inefficient way of clicking each time I want to expand, but that's fine because I'm having a lot of fun talking about it as I do it, and you know, by the time I'm already done talking about it, it's almost already done. Like, look, I only got 3 more pieces left. Like, it's a pretty good job. Okay. Okay, yeah, and there might be a couple left, but it's fine. Let's go back up to enter planning. So we want to show the prompt. So self dot prompt dot show. Okay, we'll work on more interface later. I just want to verify that this works so far. Let's go back to the magic menu and just make sure that this works. Okay, so I'm gonna want to base.cr.bosspartymanager. Okay. Okay, base.cr.bosspartymanager, and then can I just do a simple set state? Man, I don't know. It's been a while since I used an FSM. Yeah, I guess I can. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll try this. Okay. Dot set state planning. I'm gonna add some checks here. So for example, alright, so if you don't have if base.cr does not have the attribute boss party manager, or base.cr.bosspartymanager doesn't exist, then I guess I should make a new message. Magic menu no boss party manager. Boss party manager not found. The average user might not know what that means, so I might change it later, but for now that's fine. So I'll display notice. Otherwise, I'm going to assume it's fine for now. I'll probably need more checks later, but I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to exit the magic menu interface and exit the planning mode for Boss Party Manager. Okay, so I'm going to start this and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this looks. Okay, let me press insert. Well, it's still grayed out, but that shouldn't matter. Oh, I crashed. Nice. Oh, the FSM request was denied. Planning from state off. Didn't I? Oh, am I stupid? Hold on. Yeah, because I didn't allow it in the off state. Simple mistake. That should be fine after that. While I'm at it, I'm just going to ungray this icon. Boss party. Yeah, I should comment that out for now. Actually, I'm just going to remove this altogether. That should be fine. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay, let's have a look. Let's start it up again. Okay, nice. It's ungrayed. Let's press it. Sweet. Okay, progress. So it opens out, it closes out a magic menu. It opens up the basic boss party interface. So now all we pretty much have to do is customize the interface to our liking, hook up the buttons, and yeah, so I think I'm going to stop for now because this is probably going to end up taking quite a while. I mean, we're already 25 minutes in, and I was just rambling a lot at the beginning there. Um, and I find that explaining this stuff takes much longer than simply just doing it. Especially, I try my best to explain to people who otherwise wouldn't really know about code that much. Try to explain it in layman's terms. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop for now, and then the next episode, I'm going to be customizing the interface more. I'm going to be hooking up buttons so you can, select which boss you want to go for. And yeah, then I'll hook it up to being able to start a boss party, and that'll be it. So, it might only take one or two more episodes, but yeah, I don't want to do like a 2 hour video because who's going to want to watch that? So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.